everyone, and welcome. Having a vegetable garden fits into the prepared lifestyle really well because you can provide food for your family both short term by the vegetables that you're growing and long term for the seeds that you can collect from those vegetables. Now, whether you live in a urban environment or a suburban environment, rural environment, you can still grow vegetables. Now, in an urban type environment, you can grow vegetables via, container gardening, things of that nature. In the same way with, a suburban environment. In a rural environment, you have, naturally the best option because you can grow a large vegetable garden. Our garden is 24 feet by 30 feet long, and that may seem like a fairly large garden for just two people, but the extra vegetables, like here's when we have a bumper crop, we take and give those, to family members, friends, things of that nature, and we kind of, barter, so to speak. Now, if you're new to prepared lifestyle gardening and you go out and buy seeds, you have to be careful not to buy a hybrid seed. Now, this bag right here is full of okra seeds from, a past year's harvest, so to speak. And, we just let these kind of dry out on the plant at the end of the season. These are some hybrid seeds. And I don't know about you, but I've never seen pink corn. These are the kind of seeds that you want to avoid because most times they're sterile, or the next year that you try to save these seeds, the vegetable plant itself will be small and won't produce much, if at all. And these are just some seeds that I got, here at the local hardware store. Hope y'all can see those. And in comparison to the seeds that I have here, which we saved, you can see that they are, in fact, very similar, or I hope you can. I'm trying to get them without spilling them out all over the place. But like I said, these are the ones that we bought, from the store a long time ago, and these are the ones that we have saved. And as you can see, there's, not much difference in them at all. Keeping your seeds is, like I said, one of the benefits of, having a vegetable garden. Because our soil is so rich, we have a hard time with, grass in our garden. And we have tried, the weed guard mats, this, that, and the other, newspaper mulch, this, that, and the other. It doesn't work. My father-in-law, who's an old school, farmer from way back, taught me a way to till up my garden, make my rows wide enough where I can run my tiller down through there and just kind of mulch that grass out. And when you do that, it throws it off to the side onto the plants and, kind of provides them, nutrients through the mulch, things of that nature, and also helps keep the weeds down. There are a couple of vegetable seeds that need a little bit of prep work before you just stick them in the ground, like beans, corn, okra, things like that need to be soaked in water. And I normally like to use, like 2 days prior to planting, I'll put them in there, let them soak, then put them in the ground. And that kind of helps jumpstart the germination on these particular vegetable seeds. So anyway, enough chit chat. Let's get this garden tilled up and start planting. So this is my garden spot. It's about 24 feet wide and it's about 30 feet long. This section right here that has already been stripped out is where I'm going to extend my garden out about 6 feet. And there was some good zoysia grass in there, and I didn't want to till it up, so I took and dug it up kind of like sod and put it in the front yard where we were having some flooding issues with a couple of low spots. as you can see, we have rich, dark soil here on my property, and we don't use any kind of pesticides or insecticides or anything like that. We try to grow things as organically as possible. Now, we do use some diatomaceous earth that is food grade to help control some of the pests, but other than that, that's it. Well, I got it all tilled up, and like I said, it's about 30 feet by 24 feet, and all I really got left to do now is go through and rake out some of the weeds and things of that nature and get it set up to do my mound so I can put my vegetables in. I'm using 4 sticks to lay out my garden. This first stick goes on the row, then there's 12 inches, then another stick, then 24, then another stick. Now this 24 is where my tiller will go down through the row. Then I have another stick 12 inches away from this one. And that gives me 2 feet of grow room on each row. And this is a simple way to lay out your garden. And if you don't use a tiller, or if you want to use a weed eater, you can shorten the distances between the sticks. So we got it all tilled up, raked up, then mounded up, and now I'm ready to plant. And like I said, I'll post a video when things start coming up. But anyway, we'll see y'all next time.